Bro, this is a scam. Welcome to 2025, my fellow dweebs and dweebettes. I hope you all are having a better start in the new year compared to while I was honestly coughing my lungs out last night, I stumbled upon some interesting news involving our lovely but also excruciating fandom called the anime community, okay? And I'm just gonna say it right off the bat, this is all speculation, all right? It's just speculation. The fact that I have to say this, because some of these rapskillions don't really understand what a speculation is, all right? So I just gotta get that out there real quick. Because they be doing too much. Y'all be doing too much. So please buckle up and please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more future content while we dive on in, all right? All right, guys, let's jump in. So apparently there is a fan-made trailer for Attack on Titan that, wait for it, features an alternate ending. And yeah, I said it, an alternate ending. Just saying that out loud, low-key feels kind of weird because, as we all know, Attack on Titan officially ended back in 2023. Aizama, the creator, tied up both the manga and the anime with his own version. End of the story, right? Well, sadly, no. Some ambitious fans decided, you know what, I'm going to make my own version of the ending. After watching it myself, this feels like something else entirely. So real quick, to give y'all more context, I'm going to play the trailer for y'all. That way you can really understand what I'm about to talk about, all right?
When you wake up, you'll forget what you learned here.
I was naive to think that bringing Eren here would change anything. Blood was all that connected us. We're brothers, but we couldn't be any more different. After all, Eren could see the person in her.
So, is she free? Are we all finally free?
It sought more than survival. It looked for meaning.
And so, Armin, no matter what stands in my way,
So yeah, it looks pretty good if I'm honest with y'all. It actually looks pretty decent. If it wasn't for Eren looking honestly deformed in the background, I would have truly thought that this was an actual trailer for Attack on Titan. Like seriously, I'm talking about high quality animation, you know, spot on sound design, and voice acting that's almost identical to the original cast. For a second, I truly thought that this was an official alternate ending until I squinted and noticed the words fan made. Now, don't get me wrong, okay? Fans expressing their creativity is great, and honestly, I'm proud. But this low-key feels weird, okay? And to understand why I'm saying this is because it looks too similar to the original. But I quickly found out that, in fact, this wasn't something that the author himself approved of involving this creation, but instead it was a fan that took it upon themselves to make their own alternate version of how the story should have ended. Which, honestly, I mean, okay, I guess? Like, I mean, I get it, okay? You can argue that this is no different than when a fan wants to make a fanfic version of their favorite story that took place, or even a parody video on YouTube on how Avengers should have ended, you know? But you honestly cannot tell me that this does not feel off, okay? And funny enough, right? You know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of that so-called debate that's been happening in the art community, right? Where there was a whole controversy about the term fixing art, all right? And some people's terms, it's making the art better, you know? It basically means that you take someone else's art that you deem bad and basically changing it to whatever standards that you think is correct and calling it fixed. And if I'm honest, guys, you can honestly argue that this is really the same thing, okay? And I know some of y'all are gonna be like, well, no, what do you mean? That's just they're making their own version of the story. Guys, really? Like, let's be so freaking for real, okay? It's like saying, hey, Aizama, your ending wasn't good enough, so let me show you how it's done. And honestly, that feels like a real slap in the face to the original creator, okay? And I'm not going to be all preachy about how crazy this whole situation is. It's just the fact that we can't really ignore the red flags that are presented right in front of us, okay? And trust me, this isn't the first time the studio has faced controversy, okay? Like back in October 2024, the same studio released a trailer for Berserk fan project. It looked stunning, I'll be honest with you. It looked pretty good. I'm not gonna hold cap, okay? It looked pretty decent, all right? But it was quickly shut down due to the copyright issues. Though from what I can see, they seem to not really acknowledge it in their statement, but I keep seeing posts regarding that it was due to the fact of copyright issues from their previous voice actor Guts in the production. So I kind of find it kind of funny how they're kind of contradicting each other, but you know, that's its own little story in the background. And keep this in mind, guys. They did all of this with the intention of being called a non-profit organization. Yeah, I checked the LinkedIn profile, I checked all of that. It kept stating that they were, in fact, a non-profit organization. But my question is, why is it that they had a Patreon? From what I saw when they were creating the Berserk trailer, they had a Patreon where they had actual people donating to the so-called projects for the release dates and everything. But, you know, after the whole Berserk situation, they took it down right away. And we still don't know what they use that money for. Because, you know, compared to using, let's say, GoFundMe or spaces like that, where you can actively see where that money's going towards and how much they're raising for that said project. It seems as though after the whole incident involving Berserk, they seem to have really took down so many of their videos regarding the anime, as well as a lot of their posts, and reworking their Patreon as well as their certain pages on their official LinkedIn profile too. And funny enough, this isn't even their first Attack on Titan project. They've been working on this alternate ending for years, but the production keeps getting paused due to unforeseen circumstances. Bro, y'all cannot tell me that don't look suspicious, bro. I don't know about y'all, but this is weird as hell, okay? And I just want to say right now, right off the bat, okay, this is all speculation, okay? And the fact that I have to say that, bro, because some of these rapskillions be doing too much, okay? Bro, they get on my nerves. Okay, now let me play devil's advocate for a moment, okay? It's like, I get it, right? Fans were upset about how the anime ended. Some felt the conclusion didn't do justice to the story, which I understand. I freaking watched the anime itself, all right? So this fan-made animation might just be a way for them to process their feelings and express their creativity. But my question is, when does it go too far, okay? If we say that this is okay, what's stopping others from creating fixes for other stories they deem bad? Not only that, who's to say people won't profit off of someone else's work under the guise of fan creations? Number one, I didn't really find that much credit to the actual creator himself, Aizama, for his characters or story. And guys, if I'm honest, if I didn't see fan made in the title, I would have honestly assumed that this was the new season or an OVA of the series. And I'm honestly not the only one who thought the same thing, all right? So here's some Reddit posts as well as Twitter posts that I've seen of fans' reaction to the trailer itself, all right? One person stated, right, can't wait for me. I get it, and I understand if you do not like the ending, but this is rude and downright disrespectful to Aizama. The message here is that, hey, look, we made a better ending than the original. We are better than Aizama himself. Another person stated, the copyright is going to strike hard on this and it will be fun to see the drama. Another person says, my only question is if they have the support of the author, if so, then I'm fine with it. Otherwise, they need to leave it alone. It's the author's decision and it should be their decision alone. Don't know much about this project, but I hope this wasn't made with the intent to make something better than the original, as that would be in a very bad faith. Similar to that fan JJK ending thing coming out, if it's being made just for the sake of being a fan made, then that's cool, you know? And don't get me wrong, there's quite a bit of these types of comments, but there's also some good ones that are saying, hey, I'm enjoying it and stuff. For example, oh my gosh, they're fixing AOT horrible ending. Oh my gosh. I'm always going to love the OG ending because, come on, it's literally perfect. But this looks really awesome regardless. You can tell how much they were trying to make it look similar to the Mappa style, and I love it. The voice acting is quite good too. However, like others are mentioning, can they do this, or do they have the legality to do it? Either way, it looks promising. So really, from what y'all can see, the main question is, do they have legal permission? So I was wondering myself, do they? Like, genuinely, I don't really see anything regulating that they got real permission from Aizama or from his studios regarding the adaptation of Attack on Titan. Like, I understand that's probably why they're filtering it under the whole fan-made sort of title. And, like, I'll be honest with y'all, like, their whole messaging really highlights a dissatisfaction with the official ending, which is understandable. A lot of people are upset, but it makes it's like an official correction rather than a creative interpretation. You get what I'm saying, right? It feels as though they're just trying to officially correct what was already being done, what we all presume wrong. So my question is to y'all, really. I just want y'all to think about it. What do y'all think? Okay, is this a scam or is it a genuine passion project that just crosses a few lines? Okay, personally, I don't really care that much, but when I see people actually giving out money towards a project where it's supposed to be deemed as non-profitable, I kind of question the authenticity of the actual project itself, you know? So personally, I don't know, bro. On one hand, I respected the dedication and love for the source material, and on the other hand, it feels a little unfair to Aizama and the team who created Attack on Titan. So if you're that upset with the ending, maybe create your own original anime instead of fixing someone else's work. At the end of the day, fan projects like this tread a fine line between tribute and infringement. And honestly, with the studio's history, I can't really help but feel a little side-eye for their intentions. I'll be honest with y'all. This is too much. But will this fan anime project get shut down like Berserk? Or will it just flop like that Jujutsu Kaisen fan animation no one really talks about? Only time will tell. But one thing's for sure, this debate isn't going anywhere. So let me know your thoughts down below. And please tell me, is this too far or are we overthinking it? And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more future content. And I'll catch y'all on the flip side.